September 19th through the 21st, right here in South Haven at the Michigan Theater. New lobby, the marquee's been redone, great screens, great films. You gotta check it out. You also have to check out someone who's very important in this whole organization. Her name's Carol Moore. She does not want to be on camera, but we're gonna put her on anyway.
No,
Carol,
you're not.
oh yes we are. Carol's a big sponsor of independent film and art. Thank you, Carol, for allowing the film festival to come this way and to provide such a wonderful setting for that.
You're welcome. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Oh, why don't you love me like you used to do? How come you treat me like a worn out shoe? My hair's still curly and my eyes still blue. So why don't you love me like you used to do? Ain't had no loving and a hugging and a kissing in a long, long while. Don't get near her, for her, closer than a country mile. So why don't you spark me like you used to do? Say sweet nothings like you used to do. Somebody change or let me give you a clue. Why don't you love me like you used to do? Ain't had no loving and a hugging and a kissing in a long, long while. Don't get near her, for her, closer than a country mile. Why don't you say the things you used to say? How come you treat me like a piece of clay? My hair's still curly and my eyes still blue. So why don't you love me like you used to do? Yeah, why don't you love me like you used to do?
I'm here at Black River Tavern in South Haven with one of their fabulous waitresses, Nicole, right? And you're gonna tell us what the specials are.
We have amazing coastal cake sliders, awesome bar burgers, and people drive for miles for our brunch.
Okay, why don't you just load me up with all three? Because the crew always dives in anyway.
Yep.
All right, and I'll take soda pop of some
A
kind.
soda pop.
I have to say soda pop because when I'm in the South it's soda,
right.
and up here it's
It's
pop.
pop,
So
that's right.
I'm being non-dialectal with soda pop. It has arrived.
All right, Jerry, we have church dinner here, coastal cake sliders, and ice lavender.
Thank you. This is all mine.
It's all for you.
Y'all for me. Thank
Do
you,
need anything
Nicole.
else at the moment?
No, I think you got it all.
All right.
Thank you. Well, since I'm at the lake, you know I got to try the perch first. And this is Lake Michigan perch. That's what I've been told. Black River Tavern, South Haven. Check it out.
I've been creating earthworks and artworks, I think in a way as kind of an homage to the people that work the land, and certainly my father and my grandfather and my family.
I was the smartest I've ever been when I was 22, and I'm trying to get back to that guy.
I came in from the regular art world to creating designs on the earth.
South Haven at the McIntosh Farms and Cellars, winery, apple cidery.
Apple orchard,
It's
cidery, you
everything.
name it, we're everything.
And I'm with Bruce McIntosh, just like the apple, correct?
Right.
Is that what helped get you into this business? Was the name?
Not initially, but I guess it was destiny that sent me in this direction. So.
Right. Well, you know, I work in Europe a lot, and I drink hard ciders in England. And I don't drink them so much in the States because I haven't found them that match. But this one here rivals anything that I've had in England. In fact, it was better. It was so smooth. I'm up here for a film festival, and I come across Bruce, who was serving this at the film festival last night. And I was literally blown out of my shoes by the taste of this cider. So he's going to tell us a little bit about the production of cider and what is maybe a few of his secrets, I don't know. But you want to head on to the back and
We can go out back and
drink?
drink is not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Or we go out back and at least see how it's done.
Right, come on
Okay,
out back.
All right.
We're in our production area. Our production area also serves as a large wine tasting room, special events. But nonetheless, what we're doing right now, we're going to show you where we start off with. The first thing we do is we start off with fresh cider, fresh pressed cider. And outside we have a tank that the juice was just pressed yesterday, and it contains 300 gallons, and right now I'm letting it set. The temperature here in Michigan is around 45 degrees, so it makes a nice setting time or temperature for the cider. Sometime next week I'll inoculate it with the chosen yeast, and we'll start fermentation. And we'll be monitoring it as it goes along based upon what we see, whether we need to add some nutrients and or make some adjustments.
So now we're in the production room, and you was telling us about your cider outside, which you'll let set for about a week, and that contains the juice of 5 different kinds of apples.
Right.
And I'm sure you're not going to be able to tell us what kinds, except for one, which would be McIntosh.
That's correct.
And that's because of your name?
Exactly.
Okay. But then after that week's up, I wanted to bring up something else. A lot of the larger companies, they bring in concentrate, and then I guess you wouldn't call it really rehydrating, but they add water back to the concentrate.
Right.
Which I guess you probably wouldn't end up with as a pure product at that point, or as tasty.
It's we don't know what the concentrate was made from, or I shouldn't say it that way. I'm sure they do, but my way of thinking, I like to work with fresh juice, fresh pressed apples, and I think we get the full flavor of the apple as opposed to working with concentrate. So to that extent, what we do, we take the fresh juice that's just pressed, and we let it set. And about a week, we'll start the fermentation process after we racked it off one time. The reason we let it set for a week is to let the solids settle out, and then from there we bring it into another tank similar to this, and then start our fermentation process. The fermentation process will take about 5 weeks.
Okay.
And after that 5 weeks, we'll rack it again, and then we'll do a series of filters, go through a series of filters, and ultimately we wind up with what you see here. You can barely see it, but this is about 150 gallons left. We had a 300-gallon tank of last year's apples, and we're just carbonating the last bit of that.
And then you'll take and that probably alters with the temperature, your fermentation time.
The fermentation time will vary with the temperature. We strive for about 55 degrees. We look for a slower fermentation, and we feel that we get a better product by doing a slow fermentation as opposed to a quick fermentation as your temperatures go above 65, 70 degrees, right. Which will alter the product.
And then you bring it into another tank, which is right here, and that's your CO2 addition? Or
that's our pressure vessel.
Pressure vessel, okay.
We call it R2D2. I shouldn't.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Spielberg. But in here we have a pressure vessel that where we can carbonate, force the carbonation, and we have a light carbonation. We don't do a heavy carbonation. We're less than about 2 atmospheres, and it gives a nice bubbly effect, but not overpowering. And from here, we'll go into kegs, or we'll go into bottles. And we have a counter pressure filler that's over in the back there that we'll use to fill our bottles, whether it's a 750 or a 500 milliliter bottle. This is the counter pressure filler. And it goes through a series, it's all manual, but we can do about 150 bottles an hour.
Well, I've learned a little bit about hard cider, and I've met the man who makes the best cider I've ever had, and that's, I mean that.
Thank you.
It was wonderful. That's why I came out here. So someone has to do this, correct?
That's correct.
Really good. Now, you can only ship to certain states,
Most states we can ship to,
right?
but each state requires a license and that.
Okay. So we're going to put up a phone number right down here to call Macintosh, and we'll see if they can ship it to where you're at. Make a great Christmas gift.
It does.
It's very tasty in the winter in front of a fire.
Oh, absolutely.
Or in Florida in front of the ocean. Doesn't matter.
Either
It's
place.
good all the way. So, well, Bruce, thank you very much. And I really appreciate running across you, a man with good taste, and you allow others to enjoy your work,
Well,
your craft.
I'm really glad you stopped by, and I think we had a good session last night. That's where this all started.
That's right.
And
It all circled around film, right?
exactly, all around the film festival, and we had a good time down there. And I'm glad we were able to participate in it.
Thank you.
And going back to, we talked about winemaking or cider making. I forgot to mention, cider making is an exercise in material handling. So
In material handling.
yeah,
They do make great wine here too, which we didn't really get a chance to get into. But and one thing I did want to bring up, that a lot of wines that are fruit wines have a grape base,
right.
but yours do not.
No, our wines are made from the fruit, whatever fruit it is, whether it's pear, peach, cranberry, blueberry, it's 100% that fruit. And so I think we're a little bit different in a lot of respects from the vast majority of those that make fruit wines.
We're right beside the Michigan Theater at a great restaurant called Sukasa with Michelle, and she is the niece, cousin, close, of the owner. Her name's Michelle. And nice to meet you. Anyway, what we recognized as she was coming back across the street, she said, if you need anything, let me know. She had mint. They actually do have an herb garden right across the street that they pick a lot of their own herbs for the restaurants. Now, a lot of restaurateurs will get on TV and talk about how they grow their own herbs, but they really don't. Here, they really do. You want to explain a little bit about what the restaurant's all about?
Actually, yes, we have Mexican, authentic Mexican food, and we make our own mojitos, as you can see.
Right.
We try to make everything from scratch, and it's really good. I hope you come.
It is very good. Last year I was here, and I went back into the kitchen. I always got to find my way back into the kitchen.
Okay.
That's where the food's being made,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And Edgar was canning
The pickled carrot.
pickled carrots.
Yes, we make our own pickled carrots.
Right?
too.
So he was back there canning them
Yeah.
for a couple months down the road, and he's got a whole storage bin full of pickled carrots that they make. So when you come to the restaurant, you get a little dish of those,
Yep, we get our fresh chips and salsa,
Right.
pickled carrots, pico de gallo, and salsa verde.
and you make your own salsa. They make
Yeah,
everything
and our
here
own.
from scratch.
Yes.
So it is very unique. You got to come in and check it out. And they're also going to have a table set up during the film festival on either Thursday or Friday night. We haven't figured out which night yet. They're going to have mojitos or sangria and some samples of their food, which is appetizers. So you got to come into the film festival, check it out. But when you're in South Haven, you got to come to Sukasa and have Michelle wait on you, right?
Of course.
And leave a big tip.
Oh.
Yeah. And
As
try
long
some
as
of their great
everybody
food.
comes in today, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
It wasn't. Thank you very much.
I'm with Greg Cosley, a long-time viewer,
I'm a longtime patron of this great movie theater.
since you were telling me since 1954, correct?
Yes, since 1954.
And We were inside a restaurant next door filming, and he said, I've been going to the Michigan Theater since 1954. And there used to be a restaurant, which is now a parking lot. You want to tell us a little bit about what used to go on here many, many years ago?
Well, you know, it's booming again,
Right.
South Haven, and it's great to see it coming back. And this theater was a single screen theater. It's got 3 now, which is, I guess, 3 times better. And I recall in the summer of 1956, August 56, seeing the movie Forbidden Planet premiere at this theater. And then, of course, after the movie theater let out, there was a restaurant here called Holly's, and everyone would typically go in, get ice cream sodas. There was a soda fountain, hamburgers, short order food. And I love this theater. I go to it yet. I still receive emails and updates as to what's playing, and always look forward to coming back here and coming to the Michigan Theater. And there's nothing like seeing that marquee all lit up at night.
Right.
And just see that whole thing glowing here down at the end of Center Street. It's just a wonderful scene.
We're on Center Street in South Haven with Frank. He's the owner of Tranquility Central. And I've noticed you got a lot of cool, I guess you'd call them groovy, clothes, right?
Yes, sir.
And a lot of neat posters, signs, jewelry. You want to explain a little bit about Tranquility Center?
We're anywhere from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and now. We offer a range of selection for everyone that was born in the 60s to anybody that was born right now.
Right.
Come on down and check us out. Kind of really have to see it for yourself to take it all in.
Right. And of course, we have to be filming on what you said, the hottest day?
The hottest day of the year.
The hottest day of the year. So it is a little warm out, but you'll have a great time, and it's really cool in there.
Yeah.
Right? Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
We're at the Blueberry Store. Where? South Haven. Why? Because they have the best blueberries here in the world. Sorry, Joyzy. They do have the best blueberries here. And they've got everything about blueberries in the Blueberry Store, from pancake mix, to syrup, to smoothies, to blueberries, to frozen blueberries, to jam. If it's blueberries, it's here, and this is where you want to taste them. When you come to South Haven and you need to know where to go and what to do, they got a great visitor center here. And Lisa is the one to talk to. She helped us out greatly last year with the film festival, and they're helping us out again this year. But she is a great resource for this area. You want to explain a little bit about what you do?
Well, I appreciate the introduction, and actually it's not me. I have a fabulous staff, and we actually man this office 360 days a year. We're open 7 days a week, so we are always happy to do and accommodate anything we can for visitors. That's our bread and butter, and our office is conveniently located right downtown South Haven, and we just welcome everybody to stop in, and we'll try to help them out as much as possible.
See, they'll tell you where to go in a good way.
Exactly.
Right?
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. All right.
I'm in the Hampton Inn in South Haven. Without a doubt, one of the best places I've ever stayed in my life. I didn't get out of bed here until 3 p.m. Now, 11 a.m., maybe. 3 p.m., never. But here, I just wanted to stay here. It's one of those places you want to check in and not leave. Hello, Mary.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I heard you're going to take us on a tour around here.
Yes. Yes,
So,
I sure am.
one of my favorite things about coming to South Haven is staying here at the Hampton Inn. This is a great place to come. After you've checked in, you get to watch a little TV down here, mingle with some people.
Yes.
And also, the hot breakfast room is right next door. We're a little late this afternoon to film it, but I had oatmeal last time,
Oh, yes,
waffle.
we have a hot breakfast.
Yes.
Yes.
Fresh dried fruit,
Yep,
Michigan
3 different
dried
kinds
fruits.
of cereal. Yes.
Oh, another one of my favorites, the pool area.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, this is a very nice pool area, and we have a jacuzzi as well. Yes.
And you also have a handicap
Yes, we do. Yes, it's
accessible into the
operating.
pool, right?
Mhm. Yes, we do.
So when you've come and you've watched some films and you want to relax, you come back to the Hampton Inn, jump in the pool or get in the jacuzzi.
Very
Right?
relaxing. Yes.
And this room is?
This is our king with a sofa sleeper.
That's nice, so you
Yes.
can take the cushions off, pull it
Yep,
out,
it
and have
goes
another
right
bed.
out into a bed.
Or sit down
Yeah, and enjoy your television, being able to watch TV, and this one has a desk in it as well.
and have
Yes.
some great cider from Macintosh Cider.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. Yeah.
Now this is the junk. This is what I checked into last year, and it was phenomenal. It's one of those rooms that I kind of wanted to move in for about a month or two.
So this
I didn't
is
want
the
to
one you
leave.
slept till 3.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is the room.
Okay.
Jacuzzi, whirlpool. I know you got a
Yep,
sleeper
a sofa
sofa.
sleeper. Yes, this is kind of like a lounging area.
TV, refrigerator, kitchenette table, and then
And a great view.
oh yeah, it's a beautiful view. And over in here, well, this is where it all happened. This is where I stayed in bed till 3 p.m. The mattresses, the pillows, sometimes hotels are too hard, sometimes they're too soft. But I guess like Goldilocks, this was just right.
Yes,
It
we
really
have
was.
top quality mattresses here.
Yep, and a big flat screen TV, a desk to work from, a wet bar, so you can mix a few drinks and go back to bed again.
Yeah.
Right?
Lots of sleep.
That's right. I'm looking so forward to coming back here, and one of the main reasons is to stay here because I have a
good.
great time. So if I was like a Hollywood star, I might move in here for a couple months.
We would
Right?
probably like that.
Yeah.
Get
Okay.
to see you a lot.
That's
yeah.
right. When you come to the Myrtle Beach International Film Festival in South Haven, these are the rooms you want to get in the Hampton Inn.
Dr. James Sharp, and this gentleman is Mr. Benjamin Witt.
Mr. Witt, how are you, sir?
Today it appears I'm here because Mr. Ellison has some business with me.
Dr. Sharp and I received the exact same letter. It's peculiar, isn't it? Not dining with us at his own dinner party?
Hi everybody, my name is Darlene Getz. I'm a dentist in Coloma. Welcome to my office. Why don't I show you around a little bit? Right this way.
Well, Darlene, I noticed out on the front sign, it says you're rewarded here for good behavior. Is that in case I bite you, or what is that about?
No, that's
Okay.
our Dental Dollars reward program. That's a program where when you refer patients to our practice, you get $25 of credit toward your bill, and the person you refer will also get $25 of credit that they can use at our office. Once you become a permanent patient of our office, you can start earning dental dollars for each appointment that you come to on time. And you can spend those dental dollars at one of the local businesses here in town, in Coloma, such as
Okay.
the Friendly or Easy Street, and we have a couple of hairdressers.
So it pays to show up on time.
It really does.
Okay.
And then
And
you can take your family and have fun.
And I
That
noticed-
way, if mom brings her kids in, she could say, for instance, go get her nails done with her Dental Dollars rewards.
Well, that makes it worth it to come to the dentist, right?
Yeah.
I noticed these cool glasses and whatever this high-tech stuff is. What do you got going on here?
Well, let me show you, Jerry. You put this on, and
Okay.
go ahead and sit down.
Okay. You're not going to clean my teeth, though, are you?
Oh, no.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to pull them. No. No, let me show you this,
Okay.
Jerry.
All right.
This is pretty cool.
Okay.
All right, and so we put these on, and what you get to do is, I'll turn it on for you, and I'll just put it on a sitcom here.
Okay.
And as you can see the TV show going
Okay.
while you sit here.
That
so
is
we can
really
actually, clean your teeth during this, or you can have some fillings done, and all the while you're watching a show and relaxing.
That is great.
I tease people a lot of times because I say, it's funny how a lot of people have to come to the dentist and relax.
Yeah.
And we've had several people who fall asleep in our chair. We have a lot of methods that we use to keep people comfortable, to keep their mouth clear of water, and it's really our highest priority that people are comfortable during every procedure.
This is really great. And it kind of tunes out the noise, too. What's going on.
Absolutely.
And I noticed one thing in your offices, that it's it's not so much dental office-y looking, I don't know of a better word, it's more of a home environment with the cabinets, the nice cabinets,
Yeah.
the mellow colors. So
Yeah.
you get that.
That's something I'm really reaching for, because one of the greatest aspects of my job, I think, is interacting with the people.
Right.
And I've been fortunate enough to meet lots and lots of wonderful people working here in Coloma, and you know, making their dental care comfortable, giving them an excellent restoration. It's personal to me. It's not, you're not just a number.
We were talking about that earlier. You said you're more like family here.
Absolutely.
And I've heard from way out around, not just here in Coloma, but even up in South Haven, where people come all the way here to come to your practice.
Yes, we do. We do get people from as far away as South Haven. So we have a lot of fun. We try to joke around with people. That's my main thing. Let's have a little fun. We're at the dentist office. Doesn't have to be that serious.
Right.
So we have a good time, you know, making people comfortable that way. Kids, we love kids. We see a lot of kids. You know, when they first come in, their first visit, we'll count their fingers and their toes. We'll count their ears. We'll put it in the computer. And what I like to do is take a child from what they do know into something they don't know. Like the light.
Right.
Hey, this isn't my dental light. Hey, I'm gonna put my flashlight in your mouth.
Right.
And then they understand. Or my little lollipop mirror. You know, I've got a little lollipop mirror here. Hey, look at this. Let's put this behind your teeth. See how I can see them? So that way they are much more comfortable and relaxed. And it's a good time. Again, we get to joke around, be silly. How much better could life be?
Right. Well, see, for a good time at the dentist,
see me.
Come see Darlene Getz. We're at the famous Curve Inn on the outskirts of South Haven, and the sign says it all. Let's hit in and see what they got. Well, just one of the things that makes the Curve Inn famous is the wood-fired pizza oven, which fires up on Friday and Saturday night. Now, some of the fabrication is by the owner's husband, and it was also made out of recyclable materials. But it could very well be one of the only true wood-fired ovens within 1,000 miles. So that's one of the famous things about the Curve Inn. And the temperatures up here have reached upwards of 1,000 degrees. Now you talk about a great pizza, cherry, apple, maple, all different flavors of the woods in there with the pizza. You're talking about a great pizza. When you're looking for that traditional bar, tavern look, the Curve Inn's it. As you can see, the decor, they haven't changed. It's been here for 70 years. And one of the things that they are known for with the addition of wood-fired pizza is their mushroom soup. When you go online and you type in South Haven mushroom soup, this place comes up. So this is my first taste. Oh, now I know why it's all over the place. The Curve Inn, South Haven.